All right, my name is Alex D. We are Channel Q here with super producer DJ David Guetta. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
Of course. And first of all, we just want to say, since Channel Q is an LGBTQ plus centered radio station, the community loves your music so much, and I can't even remember a time where I wasn't in a gay club where at least one full album of yours didn't play. So thank you.
Amazing. Well, it's not many people know that, but I actually started in gay clubs. Uh,
Really?
yes. I
Wow.
my first job when I was 17
Mhm.
was in a gay club in Paris, and
Yes.
I then it was the beginning of house music, and house music was being played only in gay clubs.
Mhm.
So I worked actually for 10 years in gay clubs
Wow.
uh, before like that music crossed over to every community and became like a global phenomenon that it is.
Yeah.
But yes, I know very well gay clubs. Yeah.
And what a cool transition for you to see, starting in Paris and then the San Francisco movement, New York, Los Angeles. You're right. It was only house music, EDM, and that's what brought everybody together.
Yes, and it's funny because when I speak to like younger DJs,
Mhm.
and I tell them that our music was born in the gay community. They don't even know that,
Yeah,
and it's the reality.
exactly. And that's what makes house music so incredible is that, I mean, I would argue that, I mean, and there's genres blend together now, but house music is the music that puts people together and we feel safe. It's a community and we become friends because of it. It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And all those first records, it was all about like, be yourself,
Mhm.
feel free, all of those themes, that especially at that time, I think it was harder for the community than it is now, even though it's not perfect still now. But um, I remember, like, I really have memories of. Imagine, like, I started to DJ in the 80s,
Mhm.
and you had all those people that were, secretly having this life, so they had to pretend all day, and
Yeah.
at night it was completely crazy. It was the best parties in the world because, of course, there was so much frustration that, they would let go so much at
Yeah.
night. So I have really incredible memories from playing in gay clubs. Yeah.
Amazing. And for those people to let their energy out listening to you, like that's such a rewarding feeling, right? Like that's got to be the best feeling in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and you kind of set me up for the perfect transition. Your new song with Sia, "Let's Love," drops September 11th. Is that what kind of? I mean, obviously that's one part of it, but being in quarantine, stuck in this environment and not having energy, that's the perfect way to let your energy out. Is "Let's Love" and send that message.
Yes, exactly. We wrote this song, on the way we are speaking now. We wrote it, like on via, text
Incredible.
messages and Zoom, and really, I felt like is such a depressing. I was watching the news a lot at that moment, which I stopped because
Yeah, you gotta stop. You
it,
can't even go
it
on
was
Instagram
so
anymore.
depressing, and feeling all this, like, you know people pointing responsibilities, pointing fingers at each other,
Yeah.
tensions between communities, and so I texted Sia, and I was like, it was feeling like like a superhero moment, and like,
Yeah.
the world needs us, and let's make just a simple feel good record, and it's about going through this together,
Yeah.
and winning with love, and that's what the record is talking about. And I was talking about, earlier, how I started in the 80s as a teenager.
Yeah.
And I feel like this moment was like, if I feel of a stress, like a no stress moment,
Hmm.
where also the music was not, uh, ashamed of just being simple and feel good, you
Yeah.
know. I tapped into that inspiration for the song sonically, and so that's the result of it. And I'm really happy about this record because it's not something that she's done before or I've done before. It sounds completely fresh, and I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I can't wait for it to drop. I mean, it just kind of seems like for however long the song is, 3 minutes, 2:30, whatever, you can escape. And it's
Yes.
incredible that you're allowing us to do that. It's awesome. So on top of that, I mean, not only are you giving us new music, but you're giving us DJ sets. I think, if I remember correctly, you were the first DJ to DJ on the roof in Miami, right back in March. You were the first one that was like, I'm doing
Oh
this.
yeah, I did this big show. Well, actually, the idea of my I wasn't on the roof. I was in the middle of many towers.
Yes, yes,
And
yes, that's what it
so
was.
what happened? What happened is a lot of DJs were like doing bedroom shows, you know, and I
Yeah,
felt like, come on, we are entertainers. You know, I want to see something bigger, and also I want to find a way to have a kind of a crowd. So
absolutely.
the trick was to play in the middle of multiple towers, and people were partying on their balconies. And I mean, I was doing this to try to collect money to help with people with COVID, and we raised more than $1.5 million. And just so that was pretty incredible. I'm super proud of that. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, I remember watching that from LA, and I was like, man, I gotta go to Miami. Like, I know we can't travel right now, but I gotta go. And then a couple weeks later, you did the festival. I can't remember what festival, but I remember watching it in my bedroom. You were live from Live, and I was like,
oh yeah. I did Live. I did Top of the Rocks in New York City, also to raise money, and then I did Tomorrowland. And it was like a virtual festival. It was also a very interesting approach because I played in front of a green screen.
Yeah.
They did this whole crazy Hollywood level production, you know, it was unbelievable. And I have a lot of respect for Tomorrowland because they keep innovating all the time when it comes to production. And to do this, I was also very interesting. People are asking, is this going to be the new model? I definitely hope not, because I need some real people in front of me.
I know, it's kind of tough DJing to just a wall, but in that same breath, like, do you prepare your set any different? Because if I'm DJing by myself in my room, I'm kind of like, you know, my energy's kind of down versus millions and millions of people. The energy's different, but does that mean you prepare different?
Yes, I do prepare different.
Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like, you know, first, maybe you want to speak on the mic a little more if people are going to watch you on the screen.
Yeah.
And second, it's actually, how can I say? Like you can play some records without being scared that you're going to lose some people on the dance floor.
Exactly, because you're not watching people like
none, you know. So I was like, okay, there's no stress, you know. I can really I can play a set exactly the way I want to play it because you know it's not about being efficient. It's about like just the statement of the music you want to play.
Exactly. That's so funny. I hate when you're DJing and you look down and people are just staring at you like, do you want me to do a backflip? What do you want me to do? The music is good. It's so funny. So, I mean, there's just so much coming up. I just saw you signed back up your residency, Fuck Me, I'm Famous, coming back 2021. Do you have anything else lined up? Any more projects to drop? Or
well, basically, you know, we spoke with my manager. It was quite simple. We just took all the contracts we had for 2020 and moved them to 2021. You know, that's it. Really, it's been I think the least amount of work for my management ever.
You know? You're like, you know what? You're booked until 2025. You're fine. Don't worry. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for checking in with us. Just real quick, is there any like one thing you want to tell the LGBTQ community? I mean, we support you so much, so thank you.
Well, yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And I told you, like, some of my best memories, they've been playing in gay clubs.
Yeah.
So the culture has been always very important to me. And this is how I started. So it's in my heart forever. And I love that you appreciate my music. So I'm sending you all the positive vibes in the world.
Thank you. 2021, you already know the Pride festivals are going to be crazy, so you're going to have to come out here and do at least one.
Thank you so much.
Insane.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell for all notifications from radio.com. While you're at it, why don't you check out some of our other great videos.